Thanks for staying with us. So joining us on the show right now is a representative from Dowen College, Mr. Adeyemi. He is the Deputy Director of Student Affairs and Admissions. He's also the members of the School's Advisory Board. Later on, we'll be joined by Sylvester's father, late Sylvester's father, and a pathologist to also take us further. But welcome to the show, sir. It's a good thing to have you on the show. I know you've been speaking recently because everybody has been complaining that we've not heard from the school. In the last 48 hours, I've seen you on a different station. I think I've seen somebody else. You know, so I'm happy that the school is finally speaking. And but in all your interviews, one thing has been said is that you're waiting for the Lagos State government to give you the go-ahead to open. And we're thinking, okay, that's one hand. But what do you think should be the responsibility of the school at this time? Would have loved. Do you think it would have been great to have a press briefing or something from your school, acknowledging what happened, apologizing to the family and parents, or even to Nigerians at large, before even going forward to thinking of opening in the first place? What do you think?
Well, thank you very much, and thank you very much, channels. Thank you very much, Nigerians, and thank you for having me. First, I'd like to establish our condolence to the family of the Oromonis, and we also pray that the soul of Sylvester Oromoni Jr. rest in perfect peace. It is a family who have been having a cordial relationship for more than 8 to 10 years. And it's just an unfortunate thing that happened, which is so painful even to us more than anybody think, because this boy spent most of his time with us, even more with us than at home. And I personally feel most of the shock because I was the first staff that met him in Warri. I conducted his exam, and I met him personally. I know how lively and jovial and good the boy was, and we related well, and we feel the pain more than people think. The fact that we've not said anything is because we at least have to wait for the time to talk. Some people say, why are they not talking? Some people say, why did they talk too fast? So sometimes this is something that have never happened before. So, and I think it's just like a disagreement happening between two parties. I feel the fair thing will have been for everybody to wait to hear from the second party before concluding on some of the judgments we've been hearing. I don't know if you want me to. Well, we've heard about what happened. I don't know if you just still want to say it or.
No, we know what has happened. Okay. What we're saying that the issue for Dowen right now is to open or not to open, and that's what people are saying. Because
the issue with Dowen is not actually to open or not to open.
Okay.
The issue is we are traumatized with a lot of things because nobody is looking at our side. Nobody is feeling for us.
So tell us about your side. What's going on? What exactly is on your side about?
Okay, our side is that the impression that everybody is still carrying is that the boy, 12-year-old child, was bullied to death in Dowen College. That is totally wrong. Okay. Others said 12-year-old child was murdered in Dowen College because he refused to join a cult. Now, look at the statement. For anybody, even me, if I hear that, of course, I'll be angry with that school. Shut it down, burn it down, everything people are saying. Yes, we're not blaming the public for this because they were being fed with a totally wrong information. Many of them don't know where Dowen College is. But the fact is that even from that statement, the dad and the children emphasized that there's no cult in Dowen. They said it. Watch the interview with Punch. They said it. There's no cult in Dowen. You know, the boy did not die in Dowen. That's another thing. The boy was taken on the Tuesday from Dowen after playing football on a weekend because he likes playing football. The sister listened to music and so on. So after that, he was attending. And we have a medical doctor, resident medical doctor, trained nurse also there. Our policy is, if anything happened medically, we contact the parents. If there's a, well, that is if it is not something we can attend to, okay, then from there, the parent will tell us, oh, it's coming, which was done. If it's not coming, we have another hospital. We can rush the child to, but there was no emergency here. So the mother said, okay, she will come. She didn't put any call, nobody came. So the second day, she was being contacted again. Somebody came, picked the child on the Tuesday and left. Nobody is asking a question of what happened to this child that was just limping from Dowen, was not having any reaction from Dowen. He just left, carried his luggage. There was no emergency. If it was an emergency, how would you have taken the child by road to Warri, not a hospital, inside Lekki, phase 1, or inside Lagos State? Is there any better hospital somewhere else? Well, let's leave that. Nobody's asking the question of, from that period to the time the child died, there were a lot of things that people should have asked.
So, sorry, let me just take you back. Could you tell us exactly what happened on the day of the injury? What was he doing that he got injured? We'd like to hear from the school. And what medication or treatment did he get specifically from the school? And why did you think, if it wasn't an emergency, if he was just limping, why did you think you had to call the parents to come and pick up the child from school?
Of course, the child played football. I just said that. He played football over the weekend as usual. And anybody who plays ball, you know, can get injury anywhere on your leg or something. That was what happened. And from there, he was attended to, massaged, given, you know, pain relieving cabs. I'm not a doctor, but he was attended to. And every effort that was carried out seems he needs something better. Okay? At that point, it will not be professional for, just like you say, oh, take Panadol. If pain persists, consult the doctor. Of course, you can't keep a child there when he needs more attention. And that is policy, contact the parent.
Okay, go ahead, Tope.
Okay, so while I can understand this side of the story, after the death of the sad passing away of Sylvester, there was major revelation by other parents. The names of these children came from other parents who felt that this boy was brutalized by these names. These people have done it to my own children as well. Is there any truth to any of those? Has anybody officially complained to the school that his or her own or their children were also bullied in Dowen since after the death of Sylvester?
Well, I don't want to deal with hearsay or somebody say. If I know the person or we're able to talk to the person, it will be better. If we are to focus on what happened, I think I'll appreciate it. But if the person, I know that I've been in Dowen for more than 23 years. So if the person said, oh, this is my name, I was here and I complained this, mind you.
Did you see the video? There was a Zoom meeting.
Yes.
Did you see the video?
I saw one video of a guy that was talking, and after that, I think they...
And then the parents was complaining about why didn't he speak up? It could have been our own child.
You see, let me say, that same person that was talking, and he made mention of one particular building that Dowen was before moving to another place because it was not purpose-built. I don't understand. Where he was talking about was just somebody's flat. So was that more purpose-built than where it is now? Come to Dowen and see how it is.
Sorry, I'm saying the woman, a woman was in that meeting.
So wait, let me rephrase. Let me even rephrase.
Yes.
So what we're trying to drive out is, does Dowen have any record of bullying in school, either by these young boys or other people? Is there that record on ground?
Every school will have a record of somebody being bullied. Everybody here seated, is either you're being bullied or you bullied somebody.
Right.
That is a fact. Let's not shy away from that. Yeah. But how we deal with it is that from the day you want to come into Dowen College, in our prospectus, it's written there boldly, 0 tolerance to bully. And we have measures we use in checking it. Anybody found bullying is always either dismissed, depending on the degree. Now, there was an incident of somebody, so people say, oh, if it is this child of this person, the child of this person, that doesn't happen. Anybody found bullying shouldn't have been expelled before, shouldn't have been suspended before. Ask some of the students. And please, I want to say this. mind, we should be a bit fair to us because some of these stories are being fueled on the ground by other people. We will have friends, we will have enemies. We all have, we all know how the relationship with other people. So, and it's making some of them happy.
Okay, that's fine. Let me come to YK.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, the 5 students who were named as bullies, is there any record of them being bullies? What is going to be done to them? Their names didn't just drop from the sky. The police arrested the 5 students. Is there any record of them being bullies? Or have they ever bullied anybody before? Did their names just fly?
Yes. First of all, the 5 students mentioned were not upboarders. Number one, because they said he was bullied on a weekend, on a Sunday. 2 of them are not boarders. They are day students. One other student there is a weekly boarder who doesn't stay during the weekend. So that one is even 40. It's questionable where the 5 names came from. And if you listen to the interview also by the dad, initially, he mentioned 3 names. How did the 2 other names came about? Is it that who added the names? Nobody knows. But we were also as disturbed as you were. But let's even look at, because I heard some talking about the economic part of it. Do you think we'll be ready to save 5 students and to allow Dowen College to be shut down? It doesn't make sense for us to keep 5 students just because we want to, and we jeopardize the life of 400 and other students. Plus, it doesn't make sense to us. If for us, we want to follow maybe money or whatever, even if they're 15, it's better for them to go and we operate.